Hello and welcome to EUTV Sports Update. We'll be looking at the latest sports news from Evangel University and around the region. I'm Spencer Barnes.
We'll also look at college football across the nation and check out the latest happenings in professional sports. I'm Josiah Mann, and this is Sports Update on EUTV.
Very exciting week of sports. I mean, upsets, hard-fought victories across the board.
But unfortunately, it was a very slow week for EU Valor this week. We had no tennis, no cross-country, no golf, no football this week. It was a bye week for a lot of athletes. But the soccer team and our women's volleyball team have played outstandingly, and we'll get to that later, Spencer. Are there any other thoughts that you want to share before we get right into the news?
Hopefully the team's got some good rest.
Hopefully so, and some good training. Evangel Valor women's volleyball team continued their impressive run with 2 hard-fought victories this past week, extending their winning streak to 6 consecutive matches. On Wednesday, the Valor overcame a tough challenge from the University of St. Mary in a 5-set thriller, eventually winning 3-2. The team showed resilience after dropping the first set, but bounced back to take control in sets 2 and 3. Bella Wakely led the charge with 14 kills, while Jessica Pritchett had 24 assists, and Lauren Pritchett contributed 21 digs to secure the win. Evangel followed up that performance with a strong showing against Bethel College on Saturday. The Valor clinched a 3-1 victory, highlighted by Bella Wakely's standout 20-kill performance and Macy Ruth's 31 assists. Kenna Wise led the defense effort with 24 digs, while Sha'aria Seymour made her presence felt at the net with 8 blocks. With these victories, the Valor women's volleyball team has now tied their most wins in a season since 2022, and they are showing great form and teamwork as they continue conference play.
The Evangel football team enjoyed some time off this week with a bye, and through 5 games they are 5-0 and preparing for conference play. Let's look at the stats leaders through 5 games. Reed Potts has 859 passing yards with 9 touchdowns. Running back Eric Williams leads with 578 rushing yards and 8 total touchdowns. Wide receiver Brock Lyle leads in receiving with 277 yards and 5 touchdowns. On defense, Bradley Meyer has 55 total tackles, and his brother Zach Myers has 2 sacks. On special teams, Jonah Edwards is a perfect 8 for 8 on field goals, and Ryan Connor has 718 yards punting the ball. The Valor will look to keep their undefeated streak alive at home against Bethany on Saturday.
Evangel Valor women's soccer continued their winning streak with 2 impressive victories last week. On Wednesday, they secured a 3-1 win at home against the University of St. Mary. The game was highlighted by Mackenzie Calhoun's 2 goals and Michaela Meyer's first collegiate goal. Evangel's defense held strong, allowing just 1 goal from the Spires, while goalie Riley Clapp recorded 3 saves. Then on Saturday, the Valor extended their streak to 4 consecutive wins with a 2-1 comeback victory over Bethel College. Despite falling behind early, goals from Sophia Weeks and Daya Boykin lifted Evangel to the win. Clapp made 6 saves, leading a solid defense effort that kept Bethel from scoring in the second half. Up next, the Valor will face nationally ranked Oklahoma Wesleyan on October 16th, which will sure to be an exciting game.
Evangel University's men's soccer team battled Bethel College on the road Saturday, ending in a thrilling 3-3 draw. After trailing 1-0 at halftime, Evangel's Amari Forbes tied the game early in the second half. Bethel regained the lead with another penalty shot, but Evangel's Rem Harmsworth delivered late-game heroics, scoring 2 goals in quick succession to give his team a 3-2 lead. However, Bethel responded with a goal with under 2 minutes left in the match to end the game at a 3-3 tie. Evangel outshot Bethel 15-13 in the draw. Harmsworth now leads the team with 6 goals this season, and Evangel's record comes to 7-3-2.
Well, Spencer, it's been an exciting week for Evangel soccer, especially the women's. They've been playing absolutely outstanding. Do you have any thoughts on them?
No, it's good to see the team come together, work together, put out some good performances. The men's soccer team, even though they tied, 2 quick goals, come back. It was great.
Yeah, they really started off. They started off with a very strong opening season, but they've kind of struggled to maintain that consistency in their wins.
Yeah.
But well, coming up, I'll be sitting down with Valor Football coach Coach Hepola discussing key strategies in Valor's second undefeated season.
And later, we'll look at 2 of the most significant college games from this weekend, as well as the Ravens versus the Commanders. We'll be right back. This is Sports Update.
This song was created with heartbeats of children in need. Find out how it can help frontline health workers bring hope to millions of children at everybeatmatters.org.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are in the right seats for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
In a thrilling matchup this past Saturday, the Oregon Ducks edged out the Ohio State Buckeyes with a narrow 32-31 victory at Autzen Stadium, remaining undefeated at 6-0 this season. Quarterback Dylan Gabriel was the hero for Oregon, throwing for 341 yards, 2 touchdowns, and running for another score. Gabriel's composure and leadership in critical moments helped the Ducks secure the win against the number 2 ranked Buckeyes. Oregon's Jordan James added 115 rushing yards and a touchdown in front of a record-setting crowd of 61,128 fans. The game was a nail-biter until the final moments, with Ohio State attempting a late comeback drive that fell short of 1 point. Despite the loss, Ohio State quarterback Will Howard threw for 336 yards and 2 touchdowns, showing resilience throughout. The Ducks capitalized on key turnovers and stayed aggressive, with head coach Dan Lanning praising his team's execution in high-pressure situations. This win marks the highest-ranked opponent Oregon has defeated in the regular season, and it solidifies their position as a top contender in the Big Ten.
One of the biggest and most intense rivalries in college football took place this weekend. The number 16th ranked Oklahoma Sooners versus the number 1 ranked Texas Longhorns in the 120th matchup of the Red River rivalry. Texas leads the series 64-51 over the years with 5 ties. This year's game started very sloppy, with Texas quarterback Quinn Ewers throwing an interception on the first drive of the game, which set Oklahoma up for a field goal to take an early lead. After that, both teams' defenses played very well, and both offenses struggled to get going. There wasn't another score until the second quarter, when Ewers found Gunnar Helm for a touchdown. The game was over after that, as Texas went on to score 34 unanswered points to win 34-3, taking back the coveted Golden Hat trophy and, most importantly, bragging rights. In the NFL, the Ravens and Commanders faced off in an electric matchup this weekend in a showdown between 2 of the league's most exciting quarterbacks, Lamar Jackson and rookie Jaden Daniels. The Commanders came into the game on a 4-game win streak and were hoping to keep their momentum going. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens marched down the field for the opening drive, only to be stopped short by the Commanders' defense, who intercepted Lamar Jackson's pass in the red zone. The Commanders turned that into a field goal to take an early 3-0 lead. The Ravens responded with a field goal of their own, and the teams went back and forth. Derrick Henry punched in a touchdown run, then Jaden Daniels threw a touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin, then Lamar Jackson threw a touchdown pass to Mark Andrews, giving Baltimore a 17-10 lead at half. The second half started with both teams making a field goal, and Derrick Henry ran in his second touchdown of the game, giving the Ravens a 27-13 lead going into the fourth quarter. The Commanders tried to rally, and McLaurin got his second TD of the game, but came up short, with the Ravens winning 30-23.
As we head into the final stages of the MLB playoffs, the competition is really heating up with only 4 teams remaining: the New York Yankees, Cleveland Guardians, LA Dodgers, and the New York Mets. Last night, the Yankees continued to prove their iconic dominance, defeating the Guardians 5-2, led by a particularly strong performance from Giancarlo Stanton, who's been crucial to their postseason run with his incredible hitting skills. With the best record in the American League at 93-68, the Yankees have shown resilience and determination, earning them home field advantage in the ALCS. Meanwhile, the Mets pulled off a surprising 7-3 victory over the Dodgers, powered by their relentless offense. The matchup between these two teams in the NLCS promises to be a showdown of epic proportions. The Yankees and Guardians are set to continue to battle in the American League Championship Series, while the Dodgers take on the Mets in the National League with Championship Series. With these 4 teams left standing, the stage is set for a truly iconic battle as they all aim for a spot in the World Series. Regardless of who ends up in that spot, this will be a game of titans.
There were some very exciting games this week. One game I wanted to mention that's very worth noting is the Cowboys versus Lions. I mean, Cowboys, America's team at home versus the Lions, they got dominated.
They got shown who was boss in that game, Spencer.
The Lions won 43-9. I mean, they had their linemen out there running trick plays, trying to get them touchdowns. The Lions look like a real threat for a Super Bowl. The one caveat is that their star edge rusher broke his leg, Aiden Hutchinson, so that was tough.
That is a tough thing for them. He'll probably be out, 6, 7, 8 weeks?
No, he'll be out for the season for sure.
Really? You think so?
Yeah,
you don't
full
think
broken leg. It was
a
gnarly injury.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Well, when we come back, we'll have the EUTV Player of the Week.
We'll also have your upcoming Evangel games this week. We'll be right back.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you were really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for mental health and other resources. Call 211 or visit 211.org.
Welcome back. I'm here with Valor Football coach Chuck Hepola. Coach Hepola, known by players and fans as Coach Hep, is leading Valor Football in what is so far a second undefeated season. His leadership and strategic abilities have been pivotal in bringing Evangel Valor from underdogs to champions. Coach, thanks for being on the show.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Coach, this has been really impressive. The not just the games that you are playing with the team, but also the strategies and just the sheer amount of scores and touchdowns that you are winning. What is some of the key strategies that has made Valor such a strong winning team?
Well, first of all, it starts with our players. I mean, we have really good players and really good players with high character that are playing for something more than just themselves. Then as a coaching staff, we're what we would consider a fundamentally sound coaching staff. We're going to teach guys fundamentals more than just plays and schemes. And I think the plays and schemes are nice, but you can't do the plays and schemes very well if you don't have just basic fundamentals. And so, again, it starts with players, but then coaches putting them in the right spot to be successful. And I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say building character both on and off the field is really important to how players act on the field as well?
Oh, yeah, without question. Character is it's vital to us, and we actually utilize football to teach spiritual principles and character principles. And I'm just fortunate to be able to coach the sport, but it's the ultimate team game. And so you use a team game to really teach people how to not think about themselves, but to think about others. And so that's a big part of what we do within our program.
Yeah, absolutely. Has the Valor Center also played an important impact in how you guys train this season in particular? Oh,
yeah. I mean, it's made us more efficient. And so what I mean by that is our offices are office/meeting rooms. And so our players can come into our office and meet. And then we have a 150-seat meeting room across the hall. And so we utilize that as a team meeting room. And then we have a film room that we can utilize as well. But what it's done is it's prevent us from having to walk all the way over here, have a meeting, and then turn around and walk back to another room and use a meeting. So we've eliminated, anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes of time that it took us to get to the meeting room, not having to do that anymore. So it's obviously more time in the meeting space. And so that's made us more efficient.
That's great. That's fantastic. You guys also had team baptisms this last week, didn't you?
Yeah.
How was that?
Yeah, it was awesome. That's what it's all about, and about a guy's a player's spiritual life, and that's obviously obedience. And so obedience, it's what you should do after you follow salvation. And we have a lot of players that have either not been baptized, or that when they were baptized when they were younger, maybe didn't understand what they were doing, or maybe it's just they've had a change in their spiritual life, and they wanted to be able to show profess their faith in Jesus Christ. And so we had 28 players that were baptized. The previous year we had 43. And so we had 28, so you're looking at 70-something in the last 2 years. And so, I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Building a spiritual life for the team is really important to how you guys play, clearly. Yeah. Well, looking ahead, what kind of games, I know you've had bye week this last week, just kind of a mixture of rest and some more training. Looking ahead, what teams are you most expectant for to play?
Well, obviously we are playing Bethany this week, and Bethany is a divisional play game. And so really you want to win your side of the division to be able to get into the playoffs, the national playoffs. And so all these games from here on out are all divisional play. Yeah. Not that the previous games didn't matter, because they all matter, but these matter for the playoff ramifications. And so, so we just take it one game at a time, one play at a time, 1 second at a time, and just get out there and just play our best football. And hopefully we can get a lot of people from the community and the students come out and watch us play. And I'm always very, very thankful for the people coming out and watching us play.
Yeah. Is there a team in particular that you're expecting to be more challenging?
Well, I mean, they all are. Yeah. Football is a game that you can walk out on the field and any team can beat you. All you got to do is look at the NFL, look at the FBS, FCS, Division II, Division III, NAI football, even high school football. And if you don't take care of your business, somebody can beat you. And so what we do is we don't want Evangel to beat Evangel. Yeah. And so we want to take care of our own business out there on the field and not worry about the opponent so much as worrying about ourselves. And it's kind of like in our spiritual life, I tell our players all the time, if you want to be an effective leader, you have to have your spiritual life in check, and you have to have your own personal life in check. And so that's just like a football game. If I'm worrying about other things instead of worrying about the things that I need to take care of, then we're going to have have a tough Saturday.
Yeah, for sure. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for today. Coach Hep, thank you again so much for being with us today. I really appreciate it. It's really good to sit down and have a conversation with you.
My pleasure.
Coming up, we'll look at some of the key moments in national sports this past week. This is Sports Update.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until the no secret that laughter makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this dangerous, but it will be safe until they are returned.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me.
That was perfect.
But I heard every word.
When times get dark, we can't see the help that's all around us. Let 211 be your guiding light for help with food, healthcare, and other resources.
211, how can I help you?
Call 211 or visit 211.org. 211, get connected, get help.
Evangel University is blessed to have so many talented and incredible athletes who work hard. And every week we have the opportunity to honor one of those.
Yes, they balance school, get up for morning weights. They really do a great job and work hard. And now let's have the EUTV Player of the Week.
This week's Player of the Week is sophomore Mackenzie Calhoun of Evangel Valor Women's Soccer. Calhoun has been on fire the last few games, scoring 2 crucial goals in the win against the University of St. Mary, leading the team to a 3-1 victory.
With her precision and playmaking ability, she now has 3 goals this season and a remarkable 69.2% shooting accuracy. Her knack for scoring in key moments, including 2 game winners, has been instrumental in the team's current 4-game win streak. Congratulations to Mackenzie Calhoun, a true offensive force for Valor Soccer.
And now let's go to the upcoming games of the week.
The Evangel men's and women's soccer team will play Wednesday, October 16th at Oklahoma Wesleyan. The women will play at 5 p.m. and the men will play at 7:30 p.m. Then on Saturday, October 19th, the women will play at 12 p.m. and the men at 2:30 versus McPherson College. This will be a home game at Coryell Field.
Coming up for women's volleyball, Wednesday, October 16th, they will play Oklahoma Wesleyan at 7 p.m. here at home in the AG Financial Arena. And then on Saturday, October 19th, they will play away at McPherson College in McPherson, Kansas. This game will start at 6 p.m.
The Evangel football team will come off their bye and play Saturday, October 19th at 1 p.m. versus Bethany College. This is a home game at Eagle Stadium in Nixa, Missouri.
Go Evangel Valor! Well, Spencer, we finally have some exciting games to look to as the Evangel football return from their bye week. It'll be really exciting to see them play and see them refreshed and after being rested.
Yeah, look forward to all the teams playing this week.
Absolutely. Well, that is all the time that we have today for Sports Update. We invite you to check out euvalormedia.com for all the latest Evangel news and media. I'm Josiah Mann.
And I'm Spencer Barnes. There will be no sports update next week, so be sure to join us 2 weeks from now as we return for the latest in sports. For more information on Evangel Sports, go to evangelathletics.com. This has been Sports Update on EUTV.